freestyle final. And when they come out, you'll get an idea of the depth in the field. When you look at some of the outside lanes, some huge names have drawn.
Out first in lane 8 from Great Britain, it's Daniel Jervis, 26 years of age, 5th at the European Champs last year.
And in lane number 1, this is Gregorio Paltrinieri of Italy. Rio champion 6 years ago. He was 4th in Tokyo.
Lucas Martins from Germany in 7. #1 swimmer in the world this year in this 1500. Silver medalist in the 400 in Budapest.
Damien Jolly, well, he really surprised us in the heats. He took it up to some of the bigger names. He's drawn lane 2 here. He was 7th in the 100, 6th in the world short course.
Guilherme Costa in 6. The young Brazilian bronze medalist in the 400 free. Personal best times all week here in Budapest.
And here's Bobby Fink. He wants to make it the 8 and 1500 metre double. He's already taken the 8, and he wants to make it the double as he did in Tokyo. Lane 3.
From the Ukraine in lane 5, Mikhailo Romanchuk. Silver in Tokyo, silver in Gwangju, silver in Budapest here 5 years ago.
And here is our fastest qualifier. He's looking very relaxed as he walks out, taking his time. Florian Wellbrock of Germany. So 2 Germans in the final. Wellbrock, the defending champion. Germany and Ukraine in 4 and 5 in the men's 1500 metres freestyle final. But what a field we have. It's that world record standing now for 10 years. It was set in London, 14:31.02. Away we go. The men's 1500 metres freestyle final. What a field we have with Wellbrock and Romanchuk in 4 and 5. Bobby Fink, probably the race favourite there in lane 3. And don't forget about Paltrinieri. Paltrinieri is as credentialed as any of them, and he's out there in lane number 1. This shapes as an absolute beauty. And the red cap down the bottom, it's Daniel Jervis, 5th in the Tokyo Olympic final, representing Great Britain. Great race ahead of us.
Yeah, this is going to be a mouth-watering battle for 30 laps here in Budapest. So let's look at the intentions early. Down there, Jervis taking him out fast, as is Lucas Martins. He's the #1 swimmer in the world this year with a personal best time of 14:40. Now Martins, Wellbrock and Romanchuk, the 2 swimmers in the middle lanes, they all train together in Germany. So you know that they're putting plenty of work in, and now taking over the lead is Gregorio Paltrinieri. So Paltrinieri swam a good 800 earlier this week to place 4th. Before the rise of some of these younger swimmers, he owned this event at world and Olympic level, and he was a bit sluggish in the heats, but to me now it seems like He might have gone easier in the heats to get an outside lane to do exactly this, to try and surprise the field and take it out hard just like he did in Tokyo.
Well, he's certainly taking it out hard as he goes through the 150-metre mark. Early days, but Paltrinieri making his intentions felt here. He's leading it quite clearly. There he is at the top of the screen. Now, second place at the moment, probably Fink in lane number 3. Now, Fink's got a huge finish, but he's going to place himself right up there with them in the early stages. Fink in second, Welbrock holding down third place, and then you'd go across to Romanchuk. Through the 200 they go. Paltrinieri by 1.3 over Fink and Welbrock.
Yeah, so Paltrinieri taking it out fast. Now Fink there just in second position. We all know what Bobby Fink's race strategy is. He's going to sit with that lead pack and sprint home at an unbelievable pace that nobody can match him. So he's done that 3 times now for 2 golds in Tokyo and a gold here in Budapest in the 800. So it feels like the rest of the field versus Fink. It feels like the whole world of distance swimming is trying to find a way to beat Bobby Fink, and Paltrinieri thinks he's got it all figured out up there in lane number 1. So Fink can see him on that side of the pool. He knows he's got Welbrock and Romanchuk on the inside of him. Paltrinieri's the swimmer without that change of speed. He doesn't have another gear to go to if it's close with 100 or 50 meters to go. So he has to build a lead early, even though it's early days here, 300 meters in. He needs to build this race as much as he can from the front, because he'll just swim the same pace repeatedly, lap in and lap out. The swimmers in the middle, Romanchuk and Welbrock, well, they really like to work hard in that middle 500, and Fink will save his race to the end. So it's the big 4 out in front, just like we thought. Paltrinieri just trying to do something different and just try to test Fink here.
And speaking of swimming together, Welbrock and Romanchuk, they were never separated by more than probably a third or half a body length in the heats. They swam alongside each other in 4 and 5, and they were just eyeballing each other all the way through. In fact, in the semi-finals, the margin between the top 3 was just over half a second. So if you haven't seen too many 1500-metre races, don't be fooled into thinking that someone's going to break away. This can get very, very close. As they go through the 400, Paltrinieri is right up there on world record pace. In fact, under world record pace at the moment. Fink holding down second, Welbrock, then Romanchuk. Then you go back to Martins, Costa, and Jolly and Jervis.
He's really putting the pressure on Paltrinieri. He's just going 58.6, repeated on hundreds here. So flying on Sun Yang's world record pace. Now this is where it'll get interesting already in this race, because Paltrinieri doesn't normally die. He's a 10K Olympic silver medalist. Fink's got the 2 covered inside of him. So does Fink make a move now and push? Does he try to go for Paltrinieri, or does he hope that he's going to fade? That's the decision that's going through Fink's mind right now. And Welbrock and Romanchuk are just there in those middle lanes as well. They might not even be able to see Paltrinieri up there in lane 1. So good tactics from Paltrinieri. This is good. This is interesting. Still
under world record pace after the 500 metres, but we've still got a mere kilometre to go, so that can change pretty dramatically. In second place, though, Bobby Fink. It's a decent old margin, though, between first and second. Alongside Fink, on his right in lane 4, it's Welbrock, and then it's Romanchuk, and then a little way back there in lane number 6, Costa, and Lucas Martins is not far back. But yes, it's a good break now. Let's have a look if the clock tells us. Nearly 3 seconds between first and second.
Yeah, 3 seconds. Wow, it's a good break, and Paltrinieri's still holding pace here. He's actually just dropped 0.1 of a second on that split, so you can see the Italians giving him their all here up there in lane 1. This would be iconic if Paltrinieri can hang on. He's extending that lead. It's dangerous territory for the swimmers in the middle. They wouldn't want to give him 4 or 5 seconds lead in this race. That's just getting way too much. So now through the 600, still under world record pace. Fink's got to make that decision now. He's got to make that choice, whether he really starts to cut into that lead from Paltrinieri, or does he just try and cover the swimmers on his inside. But right now, Paltrinieri swimming a fantastic race.
Well, it was 2.97, just a fraction quicker or a bigger break than it was at the 550. Let's have a look at it now. See if he's extending. It's 3.42. He's extended it by half a second on that 50.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. This would be iconic if the Rio Olympic champ could get back on top of this field. Now, I'm not going to get too excited until about the 1,000-meter mark. So we're coming into the 700. It's just a really good lead. You can see on that graphic, he's traveling slightly faster than Fink of the United States and Wellbrook, 1.64 meters per second. And that lead, 3.7, so he's getting about 0.2 on every 100. He's swimming the race of his life up there in one.
Well, he'd certainly know what his lead is. He's looking out to his right now. He would be able to see across a few lanes and see open water, and at the corner of his eye, he'd see lane 3 there, Bobby Fink and Wellbrook and Romanchuk and Costa and Martins. They're pretty much in a group there, a length or so separating second through fifth, but watch him now. He's gone through this halfway point, and it's a good break.
Yeah, so the swimmers in the middle, they're swimming a good race. Fink won the Olympic title last year in 14:39, and Paltrinieri right now is on world record pace, which is 14:31. He's getting a body length in front of that line. So the swimmers, Fink and the Europeans, they're still going about 14:36, 37, but Paltrinieri just crushing it through 800 meters, 7:44. Wow, that's quicker than what Paltrinieri almost went in the individual 800 final. And that lead's just getting bigger and bigger. Fink's got to start moving soon, as does Wellbrook, if they want to swim for gold.
That margin was 4.25 seconds, so he's increasing the margin with every 50. And look at the world record line, right on his toes now. So we'll watch it through the 850. Round he goes now. Fink is leading the chasing pack there. And then it's Wellbrook, and then it's Romanchuk. It's 4.5 seconds now. He just keeps extending the lead. What a swim this is by the Italian Paltrinieri.
Yeah, coming out of the COVID lockdown in 2020, Paltrinieri swam his best time, 14:33.1. And then he had some complications leading into Tokyo 12 months later. So he has swum, he's got the fastest personal best time of the swimmers in this field, 1.6 under world record pace. So 4.8 ahead of Fink and Romant and Wellbrook. So I think the swimmers in the middle, they've probably got 2 to 3 seconds up their sleeve on Paltrinieri in the last 100 meters. So he really needs to keep this lead at around about 5 seconds, because after the 1,000-meter mark, that's when the boys are going to start hunting.
He's skipped away from that world record line now.
Oh. He's
almost 2 seconds under world record pace now. The pursuers, led there by Fink, and then Wellbrook, and then Romanchuk. Gregorio Paltrinieri loves this pool. He won the world title in this pool in 2017. He won in Kazan prior to that as well. Last time it was Wellbrook, of course, but Paltrinieri wants to regain his title as he goes down now through the 1,000-meter mark. And look at the world record line. He's under world record pace still by 2 seconds, and the chasers are making no impression. They've got to go with 500 to go.
Oh, this is an all-time swim. 5.6 second lead. Another 100 meters, I'm going to start calling him the winner. And he's 2 seconds ahead of that world record line. Now, we know Sun Yang finished unbelievably in that race in London, so he needs to be about 2 seconds ahead of that line because it's going to fly home. But the race in the middle, they're almost out of view shot there. They wouldn't be able to see him anymore. They know he's well ahead.
What a race this is by Paltrinieri. Look at him go. Absolutely flying now. Down towards the 1,100-meter mark, and the crowd gets behind him. Race in the middle of the pool between Fink and Wellbrook and Romanchuk. Currently, Wellbrook is in second place, but let's have a look at him as he goes now through 1,100 metres, 2 seconds under world record pace. He says, catch me if you can, and they've got no chance at the moment.
No, it's Paltrinieri and the world record line now 5.7 seconds behind his Wellbrook. It's too much, and this is a fantastic swim from the Italian, one of the greatest distance swimmers of all time. If he can get this world record, wow, that'd be something. And I applaud, because this has been a deliberate tactic to get an outside lane, to get as far away from There's 3 swimmers in the middle to get as far away from Fink as he can and swim his own race. This is what he did in Rome 2 years ago to go 14:33, and he's having the race of his life.
What a performance this is by Paltrinieri. He's left the world record line in his wake. Welbrock is back there in second place. Fink in third. Romanchuk looks a bit tired there in fourth. Through he goes, 2.7 under world record pace. This is a wonderful swim. Round they go now. Welbrock, and then Fink, and then Romanchuk. But it's all Paltrinieri.
Oh, he's getting further in front of that line. Wouldn't that be an iconic world mark to take down? Sun Yang 14:31.02. In that swim, he finished in 53.5, so he's going to need every ounce of that 2.8 seconds under world mark because he doesn't have that change of gears. But Paltrinieri just 2 body lengths ahead of the line.
An amazing swim. Look at the crowd. They are urging him on. He'd be appreciating that. He'd know he needs everything to help him along. He's still well in front of the world record line.
Yeah, he's got to feel that. You can hear the energy.
Just over 200 to go in the 1500 metres final. Paltrinieri of Italy. He is crushing them. He's in front of the world record line, and he has left Bobby Fink and Florian Welbrock and Michaela Romanchuk in his wake. An amazing swim. He's on his way surely to the gold medal and maybe a world record.
The whole building's on their feet. They're urging him stroke after stroke. Just 3 laps to go. They want him not only to win the gold, but we all want Paltrinieri to take this world record down. 3 seconds in front of world record pace.
3.04 now, back to the middle of the pool. It's a race for silver and bronze, and at the moment it's Welbrock and Romanchuk, but they can't catch this fellow. He's got just over 100 to swim now. He's about to hear the bell. There are the pursuers. In second place, it's Fink, and then Welbrock. But at the bell now, in the 1500 metres freestyle, it's Gregorio Paltrinieri, 2.8 seconds under world record pace.
What's the line move now? We know how fast Sun Yang closed that 1500 in London. Paltrinieri needs every inch of that 2.8 seconds. This is going to be tight.
The world record standing at 14:31.02. Set by Sun Yang in London 10 years ago. Now the world record starting to close just a touch. Let's see with 50 to go. He's still looking good. He's 1 1/4 under world record pace. The world record is closing on him, but this is going to be a gold medal, maybe the world record. Gregorio Paltrinieri, what a swim here at the Duna Arena. The men's 1500 metres, no world record, but Paltrinieri is going to win his 3rd title. What a swim. The champion from Italy, a championship record time. Silver goes to Bobby Fink and bronze to Welbrock. But all honours with Gregorio Paltrinieri.
What a swim. Gregorio Paltrinieri, it's not a world record, but he's back on top, taking his 3rd gold medal in this event. Championship record time, European record as well. Geez, fast field. Fink and Welbrock, 14:36. But what a performance from the 27-year-old doing a PB in this event. Amazing, the Italians. Could be a big night from him in the pool. Another gold to their men's team. And that line just slipped past him. He ended up missing by 1.7 seconds. Just didn't have the change of pace to match the finishing speed of that world mark. And he came out in lane 1. We've never seen Paltrinieri race from lane 1, but I think that was a deliberate tactic to get away from Fink and Welbrock. He knows that they just sit off him like in that 800, and he can't match their finishing speed. So not only Paltrinieri showing he's the best swimmer in the world, he's the smartest as well. Doing it from lane 1. Italian teammates just right on that side of the pool. He could see him the whole way, and that winning margin, look at it, good battle for second. but he wins by almost 4 seconds in the end. I told you it'd be exciting.
What a swim it was. So he wins his 3rd world title. Paltrinieri, and surely that was a deliberate tactic, lane 1, as you've indicated, Bobby, because in the semis he swam 14.54 and 14.32 here, 22 seconds quicker. What a swim by Paltrinieri. Great race, the 1500 metres. What a performance by Paltrinieri. Florian Wellbrock swimming out of lane number 4. The man who won this title at the last World Championships. But quite frankly, Wellbrock, Fink, Romanchuk, Costa, Martins, they were never really in it. Once Paltrinieri took the lead at the first 50, they were chasing him from that point onwards.
Yeah, what a race on the international scene that this one's starting to become, with 4 or 5 swimmers potentially winning. Fink, the Olympic champ, silver medalist on this occasion. He's still at his trademark fast finish, 26.1 on the last 50. Moved from 3rd into 2nd. He took 2.5 seconds off Paltrinieri on the last 50. But obviously the race for gold was over at that point. 3 seconds quicker than what he went last year to win the Olympic gold medal, so he'll still be very, very proud of his performance tonight.
What a swim, what a performance. He regains his title. He wins it for the 3rd time.
Amazing longevity at the top of distance swimming for Gregorio Paltrinieri. Won bronze in this event back in 2013. 9 years ago, was in the London final in 2012. So 10 years at the top. Unbelievable personal best in this event at 27.
Paltrinieri, the world champion, and Italy win gold medal number 4 here at the championships. Paltrinieri in a championship record time over Bobby Fink and Florian Wellbrock. Gold, silver and bronze.
Yeah, championship record as well for Paltrinieri. Fastest swim ever.